All right, everybody, before we get into the video, I got some big news for you. I'm throwing an open house to celebrate getting into this new shop space, and you guys are invited. So it's gonna take place Saturday, September 30th. I already have an event set up on my Facebook page. I'll have it linked in the description. So head over there, mark going. I hope to see you guys there. But it's gonna be a really cool event. I have door prizes. We're gonna have food, drinks, trying to get Metallica. Haven't heard back from them yet. But I've also got a lot of cool people from the motorcycle and YouTube world coming. So we've got Ryan from Choice City Moto, Eric of Motorcycle Rewind. I actually have Jish coming from the UK who's gonna be filming everything here. Zach from Moto Mango, Mike Ace Cafe Bikes, Ryan from 113 Cycles, and hopefully Thomas from Mile Zero Racers is gonna be coming down. I'm gonna put the pressure on him right here. So anyway, it's gonna be a really cool event. It's gonna be a great time, and I welcome all of you to come. Hang out in the shop, see what I got, bring your cool cars and bikes, because we're gonna have a car show as well, and just be a part of it. But anyway, check the description. I'll have all the necessary links, and I hope to see you guys in September. But yeah, until then, let's get into the video. All right, everybody, this video is going to be all about the Honda CBX restoration that I had underway. I know a lot of you guys have asked me over the past year where the project has gone and if I'm planning on getting back on it. So to answer your question, yes, I'm definitely planning on picking this project back up, hopefully sooner than later. And I'm making this video today because I'm actually moving these parts over to my new shop. So I feel I owe a lot of you guys maybe a little bit of an explanation. There are some of you who are going to be watching just my CBX videos and maybe haven't ventured into the other videos on the channel. Totally understand, but in case you don't know, I had made a lot of business changes, and at the time when I tore this bike down, I started running out of space really quick. It rapidly became a larger project than I had originally anticipated. I wasn't expecting a full-blown engine rebuild or anything like that. So it kind of got it did get put on the back burner temporarily, and then of course all of those business changes took place, and a lot more life changes and things like that. So there's been a lot of things that have required my time that I couldn't devote back to the CBX project. Now, we are getting into a new space. As I mentioned, I'm here picking up these parts right now, and they're going to be going into a larger, cleaner, better home, which is going to allow me to continue this project. Now, when I took this project on, I was working out of my existing shed, which is only 12 by 18. You can imagine just these 4 bikes here and this rack, that's like the entirety of that space. Just made it impossible to kind of continue that project to the level that I wanted. So we're gonna start boxing these things up. We're gonna get them into the van and get it over to the new shop, and we'll continue the project there. Okay, got the main engine components all in the van. So up here I still have the exhaust system, and I have the tank and seat along with a Triumph tank that doesn't matter. I have another CBX tank over there, and the chassis itself is under this blanket right there. I have that sit next to the Benelli and the CX. I know this is a wonderful, prestigious bike here. So anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and get this stuff over to the new shop, and I'll tell you about the future of the project. Okay, we're at the new shop, and it's time to actually unload all the CBX parts and start giving them a permanent home. Now, obviously, we're gonna have a lot more space than we had before. This is just a half of it, though. Kind of dark. So in the front half here, we have a lot more space to actually get some stuff done. And this is part of the key thing that I want to talk about here, is having the ability to do a better job overall on the bike. So having these workbenches and stuff is going to allow me to have everything spread out in a nice organized fashion, unlike what I could do in the other shop. So now, one of the holdups that I had previously with a limited space was the space limiting the amount of tools that I could fit into the shop. I get a lot of comments all the time of like, oh, you should get a a press, or you should get a big old thing this, a big old thing that. Like, I physically cannot fit it in the workspace. So that's why I have this area now, is I will actually start populating the back there with more, heavy duty tools, so to speak. So a vapor hone is going to make its way here, and that's going to, of course, increase the quality of the bike and allow me to have to, outsource less, basically. So a vapor hone is going to be a great tool to have. It's going to save me time, and it's just going to further up that quality. I'll be able to just do more parts in a higher level. So that's going to be awesome to have. And once we start going, we'll be able to get some progress pretty quick. Another tool that I'm going to have is a zinc plating kit, or a hardware plating kit. I want to go ahead and get with Caswell on this and set up a full plating station in the back, because there's a lot of hardware on the bike and all the other projects, of course, that are going to need various colors of plating, whether it be yellow chromate, kind of just regular chrome zinc plating, or maybe like a black oxide type coating. So that is going to allow me to keep all of that in-house as well, because honestly, it goes against everything in my soul to throw all of the hardware into a bucket of like yellow, black, and chrome and send that to a plater and then not have it come back in an organized fashion. It just like, that gives me the heebie-jeebies right now. Even though I know that's how a lot of people do it, that's not how I work. So I'll be able to plate hardware by job, which, yeah, maybe that might add a little bit of time, but I feel I will have better control over it in smaller batches and stuff like that. So that's another reason the bike was kind of held up. Basically just, it comes down to space and time. And, if you guys aren't aware, I do have a lot of other projects that I work on all the time, and I document them here, but, I understand if you just come to this channel for CBX content, I get it, it's cool. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at with the bike, and I kind of hate making this video because ultimately we're not working on it, but again, I'm legit, I get a number of emails and messages every day asking about the bike, so I feel like I owe it to you guys as an explanation. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that stuff unloaded from the back, and then we'll go back and get the chassis and stuff, so we'll have it here. Okay, just grabbed the CBX chassis, so we're gonna load that thing up along with one other bike. So in case you guys aren't familiar with all the projects that I have going on, one special one is this. This, probably my coolest barn find I'll ever have. A 1976 Benelli 750 Say. It's pretty rough, but it's still a 750 Say. So we're gonna make this thing run, and we are going to make it into a kind of vintage, like a period TT style bike with maybe some modern touches on it and stuff. It's gonna be awesome. So we're gonna bring both of these back right now, and yeah. Again, if you guys want to see any of this stuff, I have tons of videos on the channel. So I've got a couple on this one, getting it out of the barn, and then the next video is actually getting it unseized. So anyway, I hope to be continuing this project eventually, but it's much lower on the to-do list than the CBX. Alright, a couple crusty 6s for you. Love the size comparison, how small the Benelli is compared to the CBX. I think I measured it, and the CBX is like 3 inches wider overall in the engine or something like that. All right, CBX and the Benelli are sitting up front, and that's going to be continued inspiration to get back on these projects. So now, as far as anticipated timeline to get back on the CBX project, I do plan to do this sometime within 2023. So I don't want to get you guys' hopes up like for it to be like tomorrow or something like that. Just know that it is in the works to get back on the project. But yeah, just wanted to kind of get on here and give you guys an update on that specific project, as well as kind of inform you guys or enlighten you guys as to maybe some other things that I am working on. So anyway, I hope you guys like this one. If you have any questions, please leave them below. Check some other videos out on the channel. Hit up the website, maybe grab a hat or something. And I really appreciate it. Until next time, appreciate you guys watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.